Okay, so chat box on the side. We are officially recording. Again, I don't know where the noise is coming from, but if you guys could just make sure your phones are muted just because it's the background noise for everybody else. We would greatly appreciate that. So anyway, welcome to week 2 of Launch to Lead. We're so excited to have you guys here. We are in full swing, and you guys are seriously doing awesome in your daily challenges. So this week, I put up a post a little bit ago where we said we're going to be talking about the money, honey. And that is because we are going to talk to you guys today all about income producing activities in your business. It's probably something that you hear quite often. And if you haven't heard it already, you will hear it. And a lot of times I know it's like, what does that even mean? Like, what are income producing activities? But it's literally things that are going to, like, tasks that you can do every day to help you grow your business, okay? That are going to make you money. All right, because there are so many different things that we can do in this business on a day-to-day basis. But hold on, I'm going to highlight my video up here. There we go. Is that better, guys? And I'm rocking a top knot today, so forgive me. I just figured it's easier just because I know there's so many people there. But anyway, so, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Any hoodle, guys, I'm sorry. I don't know what the heck's going on with my computer, and everything's just like all over the place, and I like super squirrel. So anyway, okay, back to what we were talking about. So income producing activities. Okay, so income producing activities are literally like things that are going to make you money in your business, like things that you can do on a day-to-day basis in your business that are literally going to make you money. Okay, because again, there's so many things that we can get caught up on in this business. As you find your business grows and the more involved you get in your business and the more people you meet and your team grows, your to-do list grows as well with that. You have a lot of things, on your plate as your business grows, and there's going to be plenty of things that you're going to want to get done and lots of things that you're going to want to start doing and new things and all these things that are going to be so like important to you to either show others or do for yourself. And although those things are great, you have to really think about if it's making you money or not. Okay, so this is what we're going to talk about, because ultimately, you guys, I mean, yes, Scentsy is, I mean, at this point, the money's a bonus, right? And most of us join for money and we make all these extra connections, but we wouldn't be doing this if this was volunteer work, as Colleen once said. Like, you are in this business for the most part because you're getting paid to do it, right? So why not focus on things that are actually going to make you money? It happens too often where I see it time and time again, where people say that they don't have enough time. And the reason why like direct sales doesn't work for them or Scentsy doesn't work for them is because they wasted too much time on their business and they didn't see any outcome. And I can guarantee you it's probably because they weren't focusing on those income producing things that are literally gonna, make you grow, help you grow your business and make money. A lot of times too, we focus on, I say this too a lot with new consultants, we focus more on the how to do things rather than the things that are going to make us money, such as how, the product works or how to post on social media, how to package customer orders, whatever, right? All those stuff are all fine and well for you to learn. And you should be eager to learn all those things in your business. However, you really have to take a step back and be like, okay, is this income producing? Like, am I going to get a paycheck if I go ahead and post to social media? Am I going to get a paycheck if I worry about like making my customer orders look pretty? Don't get me wrong, you guys. Those things are all great to do. I'm not saying you shouldn't put any time or effort into those things. What I'm saying is we're going to figure out how to prioritize that, okay? Because that's going to be most important, okay? So let's talk a little bit about the things that are important, but maybe not necessarily income producing, okay? So attending trainings, such as this one, right? Or going on YouTube, doing research in your business, looking up direct sales or organization or whatever it is that you want to know about your business. I don't know why there's like background noise on here. It keeps like popping up. So sorry guys, I don't mean to keep on doing this, but if you could just mute your phones. So attending trainings, like I said, you know, things like that. Like it's great to learn and be invested in your business. Like obviously you're all on this call for a reason, because you want to grow and you want to learn, and that's all fine and well. But at the end of the day, us sitting here on the call, you guys, is not getting money in your paycheck if you think about it, right? Again, I'm not saying it's not important, but you really have to think about, like, when it comes down to the nitty gritty of you working your business every day, like what is most important and what comes first. Okay. So again, some things that are great to do are attending trainings, researching, you know, your business, personal development, all that stuff is great. Marketing your business on Facebook, you know, posting on social media, whatever, creating flyers to put in customer orders, like whatever you want, that's great. I actually just made a booking label today that I shared with my team earlier, where it's like a personal special booking that I created on a label that I'm sticking in my customer orders. You know what? It's cute and it's helping market my business, but it's not income producing. Me sitting there, you know, creating labels on the computer literally didn't make me any money today. What would be income producing in that is if I put that in a customer order and then that customer said, hey, I want to book a party, or better yet, I then follow up with that person and say, hey, I stuck a coupon in your order today. I don't know if you're interested or not, but I want to let you know I have a special going on next month. If you know, you can get a free warmer when hosting, like whatever that special was. That would be income producing because I'm actually going and having that conversation to get that party booked, if that makes sense, or follow up on whatever that special was that I had. Okay. So sampling, I mean, guys, I see time and time again, consultants waste so much time on making samples. And I will tell you right now, you probably think that is the way to work your business. And it's not. It's not making samples, and it's not posting on Facebook. Posting on Facebook is like a great add-on to your business. It's a way for you to market your business and get your name out there and brand yourself. You know, and meet people and build relationships. But at the end of the day, it's just posting on social media. And what you do off of that is what matters most. It's not just posting on Facebook. And way too many times I see people come into this and they just post on social media and then they're like, oh, nobody wants to book a party because I put up a post and nobody responded to my post about booking parties. So this business sucks. Direct sales sucks. Like, I'm never making any money with this. I'm never ever doing this ever again. This sucks. And it's all my sponsor's fault. Like, I'm sorry to say it. It's like hashtag sorry, not sorry. But like, you cannot just post on Facebook. You cannot just make samples. You cannot, like, it's easy to think that those are things you have to get caught up in, because I know that we do them on a day-to-day basis and they are important, but it's not making you money. Okay, so that's kind of what we're going to talk about here tonight. Like I said, income producing activities literally are going to be the bread and butter of your business. So when you go to work your business in the day and you're feeling strapped for time, because guess what? So many times, that's another thing. That's the biggest excuse that we give ourselves, is that we don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. I have to take my kids here. I have this to do. I have that to do. My husband's schedule is this. And like, we all have the same 24 hours in a day, okay? So there's no difference between myself, between Colleen, between you guys next to each other. Like, we all have the same 24 hours in a day, and we all have different priorities and things that fill that 24 hours, but it's a matter of how you prioritize it. And it's a matter of what you're working on that's most important. And I'll be the first to say, I have plenty of days that go by where I come up here, I turn on my computer and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do some follow-up today. And I get in front of the computer and I get sucked into the Facebook vortex. And next thing you know, I'm scrolling on Facebook and my follow-up binder is sitting on the side and I haven't done anything because I decided to go scroll and get lost in the news feed. And because I'm like, oh, look at that post she put up, or that's a really good idea. Or, oh, I saw that girl's customer orders. That looks great. I think I'm going to do that. Let me write that down. That's a good thing for later, you know? And then when I look at it, 2-3 hours goes by, guys, and I'm like, oh, my follow-up binder didn't get touched today, but I have all these great ideas on how to package my customer orders. So it looks like I'm going to work on that right now. You know, so obviously I'm joking, like I'm being facetious is what they say, but It's really because it's so easy to get sucked into the things that don't matter, but you have to make sure that you are doing income producing things first, okay? So that if it happens where you end up not doing any Scentsy things at all that day, at least you know you got your income producing things first, okay? So we're gonna talk about this in just a second, but this is my follow-up binder, okay? So in most days, okay, most days I am human and I do fall off track, but most days this comes first in my business. This is one of the most income producing things for my business, okay? So I know when I come up here, okay, time to follow up, right? I follow up. I have a kitchen timer. I know it sounds silly, but I will literally set 20 minutes on the clock, you guys, because we all have 15 to 20 minutes a day that we can devote, whether it's in the morning or at night or whatever, like 15, 20 minutes a day. I set the timer, I do my follow-up, and I'm like robot status. And I'm like, hey, girl, want to host a party? Boom. Hey, girl, want to join my team? Hey, you know, like, obviously I'm not saying it in that way, but like I just go down my list, and then when I'm done with my follow-up, I put that to the side, and then I'm like, ooh, let me go on Pinterest and see what I could do for my team this week. You know, so again, income producing activities are going to be the most important thing that you can do in your business that is literally going to make you money. So I'm going to pass it over to Colleen, and we're going to start talking about what those income producing things are.
What up? Okay, guys. So Patty went over follow-up. Oh, hi. Guys, you're scaring me.
It's the LED on your screen. You should just turn down your brightness.
I look so porcelain. I don't know how to work my computer. I function off of my phone.
On the top left on your keyboard, there's like a little brightness thing. Like it should be F1. F1. There you go. That looks better.
Is it going down?
Mm-hmm.
Does it make you tan too?
Does it make you tan?
Is there like a tan button? Anyways.
Where's the filter?
I'm going crazy right now.
No, that looks great.
Now I'm staring into my own eyes.
Stop it. You're fine.
Oh my God. All right. So anyways, we went over, Patty went over, you know, why this is so important. And you guys, it's so important because you guys, some of you just joined a second ago, and some of you have been with us maybe a little bit longer, but are looking to progress and move forward. And we want you to get into the habit right now. Okay. I'm telling you guys, you're going to have a huge advantage by doing income producing activities every single day if you start this right now. Okay. Don't wait and fill your days with nonsense. Okay. Do this now, because sometimes we're down the road working with people, maybe even leaders, right, that are struggling with time and are putting their time and energy where it doesn't need to go. Okay. So start the good habits right now. So Patty went over follow up again, same as me. It's the first thing that I do every day. Mine's actually in my car because I was voice texting people while I was running errands yesterday. Like you have to fit it in, because you know what? You have to make your business a priority. If you want to see results and you want to succeed, Patty and I are never going to sugarcoat anything. You have to make your business a priority, period, point blank. Okay. We did not get here because, you know, I mean, we squirrel. Yes. So we did a lot of squirreling along the way, but we really got down to what matters. And that's what makes the difference. And that's why we're here talking to you about it, because we know that it works. Okay. So even if you're strapped for time, you've got to get down to that 15, 20, whatever, 20 minutes a day, whatever you have, you've got to do what counts. So follow-up binders, first thing I do every single day as well. I sit down, I have my coffee, I check my order history, see if anything shipped. I go down the line into that follow-up binder, and I'm contacting people the entire way through, getting reorders, booking parties, having the join conversation, okay? Follow-up is massive. Number 2, okay? So we're going to, should I tell them right now, Patty, about, okay. So there's many, many different ways. If you guys already don't use a follow-up binder, which I know Patty and I talk about on our team page, I probably have done 19 trainings on Beantown accents. And I know Patty has as well for our cows. So you can either, one, go on our team page, whether it's yours or mine, and search for follow-up.
What are you talking about? Are you talking about the challenge thing?
No. Oh my gosh, it's a challenge. Never mind. I was just telling them where to find it.
No. I think it's good, but maybe we'll
I'll
talk about that after.
So there's different ways to find we're not going to get into exactly what we do with the follow-up binder because that's a waste of time for what we're doing right now. Okay. So what you guys are going to be doing is you're going to find a video, numerous different ways of where you can find that and who's going to, who's doing the actual video, whatever it is. There's multiple different ways of where you can find that. So follow up, booking parties. Okay. Booking parties. Now, I know a lot of people like to say that they randomly collect orders, and again, that can go up with follow-up, but you are never going to build a long-standing, sustainable business making residual income with just collecting random orders, okay? Parties are going to be the bread and butter of your business. You guys understand, right? So I'm telling you now, home parties are where it's at. And I know, especially you guys, I mean, if you've spoken to me recently, I can tell you, Kelsey, who's on here, I literally went on and on and on and on and on today, every different way, 17 ways backwards. And I was like, girl, home parties. Now, some people can build their businesses off of Facebook parties or tote parties, whatever it is. You got to find out what works for you and you got to get after it. But I can tell you that home parties statistically are pretty dang good. Number one, that's where you're going to be able to meet people, expand your business, book more parties. Scentsy's an experience, right? But every single day, regardless of whatever kind of party you're doing, you need to be booking parties. If you're not getting parties on your calendar, which we went over front loading just the other day, right? If you're not getting parties on your calendar, how are you meeting new people? How are you booking more parties, right? You're not going to be able to build and make the money that you're looking to make with just the circle that you have right this second. That goes for me. That goes for Patty. That goes for Kristen Ingalls, who is your superstar director, okay? We always have to continue to grow and build. Parties, getting parties on your calendar, okay? Now, you have got to reach, you've got to ask, and it's a numbers game. We've gone over this already a few times just since we've been in this program. You've got to ask a lot of people, you guys. It's not asking a few people here and a few people there. I asked a few people last week. And, maybe I'll think about asking a few people this week. You've got to ask a lot of people. I'm talking like I've asked like 74 people in 3 days. And you might not hear back from them all at one time, but you will start to hear back from people. Some people respond right away. But even if they don't respond, those are seeds planted. Meaning you're going to work on your relationship with those people. You're going to give them a little wink, wink, nudge, nudge next time you talk to them about hosting a party or whatever it is. You've actually made the initial contact, but you've got to reach out to a lot of people. And I know it's weird. I know it's uncomfortable. It was at first. Now it ain't no thing. I'm telling you guys, okay? I don't even think twice about it. You know why? Because I know that's going to make me money, because I know that's going to help me meet new people. I know that actually I'm helping people by exposing them to Scentsy, because Scentsy is a good thing. It's a great product. It's better than the Yankee candles that they're using, right? You've got to get parties on your calendar, you guys, no matter what that looks like. Patty, anything to add about parties?
Not parties in particular, but just the fact of like income producing things in general, that it's literally, like I said, needs to be the most important thing that you are doing in your business. So topmost income producing things that you could do on a day-to-day basis are going to be sponsoring conversations, okay? So guys, sponsoring conversations are literally, I'm telling you this, literally the number one thing you can do as far as income producing in your business. You cannot control how many people join your team, right? Because timing is everything for people, and it's up to them when they want to join. It is up to that person, but you can control how many conversations you're having. You can control how many times you follow up with that person. You can control how many seeds you're planting and building relationships and prospecting and all that stuff. That's the stuff that you can control, and that will be, in the long run, I promise you, the most income producing thing you can do for your business, literally, okay? Then you have booking parties and and or collecting orders, whatever you want to call it. Obviously, parties are going to be way more beneficial for you, because Colleen said it, that, at those parties you're booking, you're booking more parties from those parties that you're booking. It's way easier. Like, wouldn't you rather I mean, collecting orders still is income producing, right? Because you're collecting an order for someone. But if you have one person who places one $40 order versus you getting in front of 10 people at a party who each place a $40 order, wouldn't you rather have that? Like, that's so much easier. And at that point, you'll have more opportunity to book more parties at that party. So yes, of course, parties are going to be the lifeline of your business, but sponsoring conversations, booking parties, and placing orders, as well as following up. Following up is probably, I would say, second after sponsoring conversations, because your follow-up is literally going to be following up for somebody who wants to host a party. It's going to be following up for somebody who wants to place an order. It's going to be following up with somebody who said they might want to join. If you do not follow up, you literally lose the chance of them not wanting to do it. I will give you guys a case in point. We talked about sponsoring on our last call, and we said that with time, fear sets in with people, okay? So I actually recently had the same exact situation. It pretty much happens every single time I have a sponsoring conversation with somebody. Time goes on, I send them an opportunity packet, right? A little time passes, the fear starts to set in, they get like discouraged, they start thinking about it. And if I don't follow up, if I don't seize that moment, if I don't, check in to say, hey girl, did you get that info packet? Or hey girl, what are your thoughts since we last chatted? Then the air is dead. And your potential recruits, your potential hosts, your potential customers are not going to, it's not their job to come and remember to come to you. 1. 2, they have lives just like you do, and they have things going on. So if you can't find time to follow up with people, if you can't find time to work your business, what makes you think your customers are going to have time to come to you and tell them, hey, I actually want to take advantage of that $49 joint special this month because I remember you posted about it at the beginning of February, and I've just been thinking about it this whole time. Very rarely does that happen, you guys. So again, follow up. Okay. So I had a potential consultant send her an opportunity packet. Some time passed because I remember the fear sets in when time has. And so I decided to follow up with her. And she actually said, very short. She probably was annoyed that I was following up with her, to be quite honest, right? Because that's the thing too. That's another thing that holds us back of following up. We think that people are going to be annoyed with us, or that they're going to, they're going to ignore us or whatever. But you know what? I'm a dang business owner. Let's just put it that way. That's how you have to see it. I'm a business owner. I'm running a business, and I'm offering them an opportunity. Here it is, guys. Like I said, put it up on a silver platter. If they don't want to take it, they don't want to take it. On to the next one. It's not that you are, you don't care about the people that you're interacting with, but again, you are running a business. You are running a business. So stop taking things personal. Detach yourself from the outcome of whatever the situation is. And I promise you, when you do that and you treat it as business, even though you are still building relationships, not just strictly business, but in the sense that you have a business to run. And so you need to make it your mission to share the opportunity with everybody, to try and get as many parties booked, to follow up with as many people as you can, because you need to get paid. And those are the things that are going to be important. So when I followed up with her, her response was very, like I said, cut and dry. And it was just, oh, well, you know what? We have this huge payment now that we're trying to take care of. So no, I'm sorry. And she put like a little crying emoji face. And I said, oh my gosh, girl, don't even be sorry. I totally get it. Like, we have bills out the wazoo. It's crazy. Like, honestly, if finances, is a struggle, if finances and bills and all that stuff is a struggle for you right now, like, maybe Scentsy is a good opportunity for you, because it's the type of thing that can actually help with what you're struggling with. And sure enough, me saying that, me connecting with her, she's back on board. Like, I mean, she hasn't joined yet, but she's like, oh, okay, you know what? I'm actually going to talk to my husband later, because I checked in with her and I didn't let time pass. Too often it happens where people say they want to join this company, and you go to follow up with them and they're like, oh no, now's not a good time. I changed my mind. My dog has a zit, or whatever the case is, right? The craziest excuses. Look at Colleen laughing. The craziest excuses. And it's the fear setting in. But what we do is we say, okay, no worries. Whenever's good for you. Just let me know. No, guys. Okay. So again, we talked about this last week. It's a way to like flip it back to them and reassure them that this is a great business and how Scentsy can be a blessing in their life, right? Now I'm kind of drifting, but sponsoring conversations, you guys, number one income producing thing. Okay. Booking parties, following up. That's like the top most 3 income producing things. So when you think about, like Colleen was saying, your day to day, right? Like for me, I come up, my follow-up, or Colleen, she does her follow-up in the morning. I personally think morning is a great time. Like obviously I know that, we have plenty of people who working, right, on this call. But find time. If you're running to the bathroom, you guys, text your customer real quick. Even if it's one customer, text them real quick. I used to do it all the time when I was working, okay? I know that, we're like, oh, I'm working, I can't. You got potty breaks. You get to go. Take your phone with you real quick. Hey, girl, listen, I know you said you wanted to host the party, but I want to let you know I'm running the special, blah, 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 blah. Done. Put your phone away. At least you tried to follow up with one person that was income producing, okay? So don't worry about time. Stop saying time is a factor. It's the biggest crutch, you guys, that you can do in this business is tell yourself that you don't have enough time, okay? Prioritize it, okay? So when I think of my business, I would like to be more organized than I am, which is something that I'm working on, but I have a daily business operation that I do. It's a daily habits in my business that I do. I come up here, like Colleen said, with my coffee. I check my email, I go on my workstation, I run a performance report, I take up my follow-up binder, I see people who were active in the month, whatever it is, right? It's on my business. It's things that I just do consistently every day. So if you get in the habit of doing consistent patterns in your business every day, making income-producing activities, sponsoring conversations, booking parties, following up, the most important things that you're gonna be doing at the top of your list, okay? Because again, your to-do list is gonna grow. You're gonna have samples that are gonna need to be made, of course. You're gonna have customer orders that are coming in that need to get packaged up. You're going to have a team binder sitting here because you want to, or even your follow-up binder, you guys. I mean, if you don't have a follow-up binder, I think you should make this a priority, honestly, because this follow-up binder has been a legit game changer in my business. And I waited a whole year and a half to get a follow-up system. And ever since then, at least 500 PRV in orders that I'm getting just from my follow-up, just from checking in with people as they've ordered. And this will help you build relationships, and it'll help people start to know that you sell Scentsy. And so when they need it, they're going to come to you also. Okay. So I think that should be a priority at some point, but if we're talking every day, put those things at the top of your list. Okay. So what I like to do, I actually was taught this, Jennifer Anderson taught this to me, on Sunday nights. Okay. So I try and do this almost every Sunday night. I do this at some point, right? Throughout the night. So Sunday nights are kind of like my wind down time. Like I'm ready to think about my week ahead and like things that I have to get done. And so Sunday nights, I like to do what we call brain dump, where you literally on a piece of paper write out everything that's in your mind of things that you have to get done, whether it's income producing or not, everything that's out on the paper, and just write it down, make samples, package Christy's order, run to the post office and drop off my opportunity packets for my consultants that are thinking about joining, follow up with 3 people to get my parties booked this month, or whatever it is, right? You have your list. Then what you do is you look at that list and you pick out the most important income producing things that are on that list, okay? So if you have book 3 parties this week on that list, guess what, guys? That is probably one of the most income producing things you could do that week, is getting those parties booked, right? We did all the front loading last week. You guys screenshotted your calendars. Did you follow up to try and get those parties booked? That is where the income producing activity parts comes in. It's not just the, the taking your highlighter and making your calendar look all pretty on what dates you need to get filled. Because what's the point of doing that if you're not going to go to be proactive and try and get it filled? There's really no point in you doing that. I'll be quite honest with you guys. And if you think about it, everything that we've done so far, we had you guys put together catalogs and testers. In that moment, was that income producing right there in that moment? Probably not. But we also had you follow up with people to get orders placed that weekend, right? Which for some of you turned into parties, which was great. We had you guys make opportunity packets and create a dream team list, which was great, in that moment, yes. But if you didn't follow up with those people afterwards to say, hey girl, I know you're thinking about joining Scentsy, I'm putting together some information, I'd love to send you some, then it's not income producing. It's you literally wasting time putting those packets together. Why are you wasting time putting packets together if you're not going to be sending them out? There's no point. You're wasting time and you're wasting money, to be quite honest. And the same thing, like I said, the front loading, the front loading your calendar. If you're front loading your calendar, you could sit here and be like, all right, well, I have 3 parties to book this month, but my planner is just going to sit here and I'm going to scroll on Facebook all week and screw parties. That's might as well be what you're saying, because you're not following up to go get it done. And I'm not saying any of you guys in specifically, I'm just saying in general, unless you are following up to get those parties booked, to get those people to join your team, to get those people to place orders, there's no point in you doing any of that. There's no point in making samples. Stop doing all that craziness. That's what we call fluff. And it's time sucking, and focus on the nitty gritty, the income producing things. And then after you have those most important things up at top, okay, then you can put the other things. Then you could say, make a new batch of samples, make some new labels for my spring catalog, or, new business cards, whatever that I want for the spring. Like, all those things are great, and they're great for you to do. But it has to be prioritized. Like, I was actually just talking about this with Colleen before our call earlier today. Like, I'm working on my YouTube channel. It's just something that I've been working on. I've been telling myself, I'm going to work on YouTube. I'm going to go get so big and go on YouTube, right? But my YouTube channel kind of gets pushed to the back burner because I'm doing my income producing things. And that's why my business moves, you guys. That's why I promoted to director in 6 months. That's why I'm continually having people join my business with me, because that's what I focus on. And unfortunately, my poor little YouTube channel gets lost, pushed to the side. But that doesn't mean that it's not important. It doesn't mean that it has to happen. It just has to be prioritized. So for me personally, when I do my YouTube, when I'm editing videos and all the things that I'm working on for my channel, because it's important to me, I do those things at night, or I do those things when I've already gotten my income producing things out of the way on my downtime. That's when I do that. Okay. So I'm not going to ramble. Yeah. I was done anyway.
So like Patty said, right, she's talking about YouTube channels, and, it's definitely something that she's brought to my attention and I want to do. And you guys, we talk about samples and trainings and training yourself and educating yourself. Those are things that come along with your business, right? Like, training yourself is super important. I mean, Patty and I are huge advocates of learning to train yourself continuously. It doesn't end, even for us, ever, okay? But if you think about it, all those samples, the packets, the labels, the this, the that, you want to go and get like cute stuff to package people's orders. You're writing down lists. You're front loading your calendars. Well, you're taking out your calendars, you're highlighting days. If you're not doing those 3 income producing activities, you're not going to need any of that stuff anyways. Okay? So that stuff has to come first, because what are you going to use samples on if you don't have people to give them to, right? What do you need labels for if you're not going to have parties booked to put your labels on everything? You need to put labels on your wax bars. Like, well, if you don't have people that are booking parties and you're packaging orders for, then you don't have to do any labels, right? So it has to come first. And we need you guys to know that right now. And that's probably, it's very scary, but again, we're never going to sugarcoat it, because you guys have to actually do the work, right? Because that's the stuff that's going to show you the results. And by you, and I'm not saying you, anybody in particular, but when we tend to focus on scrolling through Facebook, it feels like we're working because we're thinking about it and we're looking at our customers and our prospects, but we're not actually reaching out to them. When we're, putting samples together, all that stuff, it feels like we're working, right? And it's distracting us from what we actually really need to do, is reaching out to people. And we know that sometimes we'll do it when we feel really comfortable, like we have to build up our confidence to do that. Like, those 3 things I know can be scary right now, but I'm telling you, this is your business. You are the CEO to your business, guys. Like, you are legit business owners, and this is going to bring you the money, the results. Okay? If you don't start seeing results, you're going to start getting discouraged. What happens when you get discouraged? You don't believe in this anymore, right? So trust me, trust Patty. These 3 things come before anything. Okay? This is what you need to do. I don't have that much time as when I first started with Scentsy. I was doing all the labels and all of this and all of that because I had time, right? But now I literally have very minimal time with these kids hanging off of my limbs. I have to do, and sometimes I don't even get all 3 of those things done in one day. But you know what? I know that I need to sponsor because it's the only thing that's going to continue to build my business. And how am I going to sponsor? By telling people about it, by asking, and not a few people, 1 month and then a few people the next month. It needs to be a lot of conversations. Okay, you guys? Like, process everything that we're telling you today, swallow that and run with it. Okay? Because you will see a difference. I promise you. We're not giving you any kind of fluff, like we say. This is the real deal. Those 3 things are going to move your business and take you in the right direction. Like when we had you post the other day, okay? You guys came up with that social media post. Did you guys follow up with everybody that liked or commented? Because that post was not income producing, right? The whole income producing part of it was us asking you to follow up with those people that liked or commented. The whole objective wasn't about the post. It was about how to draw people in and catch their attention without being salesy. But the income producing part was following up with them. Do you guys understand? So it comes down to those 3 things, day in and day out. You guys, you got to make it like a bad habit. Follow up, booking parties, and having the join conversation. Like having people join your team. Okay? Those things are what's going to make the big difference. You guys have any questions? Oh, sorry.
No, I just want to add one thing to what Colleen was saying about, follow-up. I know that a lot of times, because I have so many conversations with so many people, and honestly, I used to feel this way too. Following up can be very daunting. It can be something where we're like, that person's going to ignore me, or they're going to say no, or whatever. And obviously we know we need to get over that, right? If we want to build long, substantial businesses, it's just something that we have to do as business owners. But I'm going to tell you something that's going to make it very easy so that when you go to follow up, it doesn't seem so awkward and it doesn't seem so like, oh my God, I can't do that. You're going to build relationships. That's what it's all about. When you build relationships, you will see that following up with people becomes so natural. Because it's like you're talking to your friends. Most of my customers, you guys, like my very good customers, have become pretty much like my friends. Like, I mean, we don't hang out all the time, but I've had plenty of play dates with people who I've met through Scentsy. Like now they're my customers and I've done play dates with them, and where it's like, oh, hey girl, I'll bring your order. You know what? I'll bring my kids too. We'll chit chat. Like it just happens that way through building relationships, which this handy dandy little thing here, follow-up binder, you guys, follow-up system, no matter if it's digital or if it's a binder or whatever. And we're going to talk about this week, okay? We're going to go more in depth into the follow-up binder that we have through stuff on this week that we're going to talk about. But just so you know, like this here helps you build relationships because it's having you check in at 1 week after they had their order. Hey girl, how you liking your order? Oh good, I just want to check in with you. At a month, hey girl, just want to check in with you, right? So you're continually checking with them, not only through building relationships, but providing great customer service. I know this sounds crazy, but this kind of all goes hand in hand, okay? When you build relationships, when you provide excellent customer service, when you are knowledgeable about your product, you're training yourself, you know all the bundle and save packages that we have, you know how the diffuser works, you know every single scent and their mother and how they smell, so that when someone asks you, what does this smell? I need a scent that smells like this, you can recommend one for them, right? So doing your Scentsy homework, all that stuff to provide excellent customer service will help you build relationships, treat your customers right. Like I'm telling you, take care of your customers. Don't be stingy. Give them scent circles. Like I know that sounds silly. Stock up on scent circles. Send a little thank you in the mail. Like let them know you care. And I promise you, when you take care of your customers, you will then build relationships and it will be easier to follow up with them. It will be easier to get orders. It will be easier for people to come to you and say they want to order, or people to come to you and say they want to join your team because you are consistent. That's another thing, being consistent. All this stuff goes hand in hand. And we're going to get into more of this, and we've talked about some of this. It's all about, exactly, wine and dine your customers, as Colleen says. Like you have to roll out the red carpet for them and treat them. It's not that you have to go and spend all this extra money, because again, we're talking about income producing. We want to do things that are going to make money, not so much that we're spending, but there are ways to go about it where it's inexpensive, where you can stock up on a 6-pack of scent circles for $7 on a party that you're closing, and then use that to give away. Like I actually just dropped off a Hostess for me. She hosted a pouch party. I packaged her order. My team knows I uploaded these little labels that I put on there. I put like my personal touch on everything, my pictures on all my labels. There's just everything. And inside, I write a handwritten note in every single order that I send out, or every single card that I send. It's a handwritten note from me thanking them. Usually I give them, I don't do business cards, but I do like magnetic business cards because they can stick that on the fridge, and it's just a little like insert for their card that I give them. Any little things. And then I'll throw a scent circle in there with a thank you sticker on it and tell them thank you so much. Like this one, I said, thank you for being such an amazing hostess. You ended up with so many goodies. Like, like little things where I'm letting her know how much I value her. On Christmas, during the holidays, I send my best customers scent circles in the mail with a thank you card. I've even sent some of my best customers like my holiday family card, which I thought it was there, but my holiday Christmas card. I've even sent some of those to my best customers and say thank you so much for supporting, a small dream and a small family, or in our little family or whatever. Like little things like that. So I know I'm kind of drifting, but it all goes hand in hand into when you go to follow up. I know that I don't want to do it. I can't follow up, because when you're not doing that and you're letting that fear get to you, you're letting that fear stop you from following up, because it's too awkward for you to follow up. It's too awkward for you to ask somebody, have they ever thought about joining Scentsy? If it's too awkward for them, asking them to host a party. When you are doing that, you're putting up a wall into your business and you're not going to grow. So get over the fear, take a deep breath, shake it out, and say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I'm going to do it, right? And the more you do it, the more consistent you are, the more you're going to become like a perfection at your craft. You're going to get a groove as to how you talk to people. You're going to know like how to read people easily. Well, not easily, but like you're going to be able to like kind of control the conversation a little bit more. Practice makes perfect, right? We were taught that in kindergarten, you guys. It all goes back to just continually doing things over and over until it feels comfortable for you. But I promise you, if you are consistent and you take care of your customers and you build relationships, it will be easier for you to follow up, because that awkwardness of not really knowing them, to reach out and say, hey girl, you think about hosting a party? Instead of, hey girl, listen, I know that you were interested in that warmer, and let me tell you, I got the hookup for you. I could totally get that for you for free next month, because we got the new spring catalog coming, and I got this basket of pouch of scents that I got right now, spring testers. What do you say I give it to you and you can share it around with your friends, and if you get 200 in orders, I'll give you some free Scentsy. Like, I know it sounds silly, but once you become comfortable enough with people, you can find little like silly ways to say that. And I mean, you can even say that with people that you don't necessarily know. It's practice makes perfect, but don't put that out of your mind that you cannot do this, because you can. Okay? So clearly I get a little passionate about that. So let me open it here. Unless, Colleen, do you have anything else you want to add to that?
Oh, I'm unmuted. No, was I unmuted the whole time? Like, could you hear my TV?
Oh, no, I couldn't. Actually, there was one more thing I want to tell you guys, okay? Before we open this up to questions, if you guys have any. So with income producing activities, okay, it's important that in your business, you are being productive. And like I said before, give yourself daily business operations, no matter what that is. Even if it's waking up in the morning, check my email. Like I said, I go on my workstation, check my email, look at my news tab, see all the Scentsy news that's going on for that day. Like if there's anything, like there's always news coming out on the workstation, right? Like it's just little repetitive things that I know I have to do every day. And yeah, checking the news tab isn't income producing, but it's also getting me in the habit of doing productive things for my business, because I'm making it a priority to check that news tab. I'm making it a priority to come in here and check my email and see if I have any, things that are important for me to see. And then putting follow-up high up on that list, or putting, check like sponsored conversations, whatever it is, high up on that list, and doing that productively every single day. Small business operations that you give yourself. Okay. Another thing too, which is going to help you in your income producing tasks, are setting goals, setting daily goals, right? Like things that you want to do within that day. Obviously, income producing things should be at the top. Weekly goals, monthly goals, like what do you want to achieve in this business? I know we kind of talked about that, but really, I mean, you guys, we just front loaded our calendars the other day. So I know for me, I have about 3 to 4 home party slots on my calendar that I need to fill for March. So that right there is an important goal for me. Okay. I have 4 parties to book that month. So that would be like like a weekly goal unless I get it done all that week, right? So in that week, I'd say, all right, I got 4 home parties to do this month. And I'd come up here, I'd look at my calendar because I've already front loaded the month before, and I'd say, oh, okay, great. Looks like I have, 4 parties to get booked. Let me pull out my follow-up binder, open the 1 month mark, see who's due for me, hosting a party this month, whatever. Right, and check in with them and give myself, actually now I have 2, you guys. I just realized that because I forgot I booked 2 home parties. So, but I did that, right? So I booked 2, but now I still have these 2 spots here. So this is still a priority to me because I did not reach my goal. I gave myself a goal of reaching 4 home parties in March. Yes, like I said, I have a trip to earn, right? So I'm filling this and I'm making it a priority. So give yourself those goals and not just, oh, I want to book parties this month. How many parties do you want to book this month? You're going to know because you're going to front load your calendar first. That's going to come before you try and book parties, because then how else are you going to know the dates that you need to fill, right? But like that way you're able to give yourself a goal. Smart, measurable goals is what they say, okay? A SMART goal. It's something that it's measurable. It's easy for you to, look at it and say that, you can achieve it. And it's very narrow, straight to the point of the type of goal that you're shooting for, instead of just saying, I want to book parties this month. Well, you know what? I have 2 home party spots to fill and I got 4 Facebook party spots to fill. So I need to book 6 parties this month. 2 of those need to be home parties. So let me go down my list and don't stop until it's done. Okay. Planning your week, like I said, by brain dumping. If you can, Sundays would be great. It's a great time to do it. Think of your to-do list, then prioritize what comes first. But then the magic comes in. You know where the magic comes in? After you do all that, after you prioritize and after you brain dump and know everything on your to-do list, is hold yourself accountable. That is where the magic happens. Again, in the follow-up and all that stuff. Hold yourself accountable to saying that you're going to do it. If you have 2 parties to fill this month, you guys, hold yourself accountable to get it booked until it's done. Okay? And that is how you grow a business. That is how you grow a paycheck. That is how you meet people. And I promise you, if you just spend 15 to 20 minutes a day on the most income producing things like we talked about tonight, then your business will grow. If you continually share this business opportunity with people, if you continually get parties on your calendar, preferably home parties. Now, you can still do Facebook, but like that, and continually following up, your business will grow. There is no 2 ways about it. There's no way that it wouldn't if you didn't do that, if you didn't treat your business like a priority, and hold yourself accountable, okay? And when you're following up and doing all this stuff, clear your distractions, because it's very easy to get caught up. Like I said, I get sucked into the Facebook vortex all the time. But it's all about you saying, okay, this is important to me, so I need to make sure that I get this done. So if it's clearing the distractions, if it's asking your husband to watch the kids for like 20 minutes or a half hour just so you can have some sanity to like follow up with people that day, then do what you have to do. But make it a priority and hold yourself accountable.
And guys, you're already like set up here. You guys in particular, like you already have your list of 100 made, and that's what you're going to go off of to book parties. You guys already have your dream team list made. That's what you're going to go off of when you start. That was just a start, okay, of getting that dream team list going to have the join conversations. Like we said, it's multiple people, but you guys are already set up with the tools that you need. We did that on purpose to get you guys prepared right away, okay? Remember last week was like the week before was like the big prep week, right? Because we wanted you guys to have these things in place so that when we start doing these things, when we're getting down to like the nitty gritty and gonna grind it out and get you guys results, you already have this stuff set up. Okay, so you have the tools that you need to start booking parties. Okay, you have the tools that you need to have the join conversation, and you have the tools that you need to follow up, right? So we're going to get into that now with your challenge, right?
Oh no, I was going to say that was where am I? Am I muted?
No.
Oh no. I thought that we were doing that during the week.
Okay, so is this about following up with everybody?
No, I was saying that like in a daily challenge. You know what I mean? I was saying we didn't have a challenge for the call is what I was saying.
Oh, I thought we did. Okay.
I just didn't want to confuse everybody.
Okay.
You know what I mean? By all means, if you.
I thought we had a call. I thought we did.
Because we did it last week, right? I mean, I guess that, you know, that I'm thinking about it, like it could be like a weekly, you know, thing. My whole thing is I don't want to confuse people. So as a side note, you know, me and Colleen talking on the side, if this is a daily thing we're doing, you know, I don't want to put too much on everyone.
How about you guys follow up with those people?
Yeah, we'll start there. And then.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I know the thing that we're talking about is for a day, but I was just going to say, follow up with the people from that social media post.
No, definitely. Like, I mean, all the stuff that you guys been doing, like, obviously we've been giving you these daily challenges for a reason. Sorry, like, I just got super confused what we were talking about.
That's all right.
But yeah, like, obviously the challenges that we have given you over these past few days, right, over the past week or whatever, like, if you haven't followed up with those people, whether it be the catalogs and testers, the opportunity packets, your dream team members, the front loading your calendar to get parties booked, whatever it was, if you haven't followed up with those people, go ahead and do it, okay? Because obviously these challenges, why are you guys in this program if you're not doing the challenges? You know, it's not to put anybody on the spot like that, but really this is meant to help you. So if you feel like you're not keeping up with the challenges, this is why we said in the beginning that you're probably just not ready for the program, because it's a type of thing that it's only going to benefit you to be in here. Mm-hmm. That's one. But two, so one, if you haven't, go ahead and do it. And my second suggestion would be, if you haven't, or if you did have people, let me change this here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. You know, for those people who you did follow up with them, but maybe you didn't get an answer, or maybe they said, you know, not right now, or they ignored your message, or maybe whatever. Maybe there was people on your list you didn't even get to. Go ahead. It's okay to go back and re-follow up with someone. And I'm going to actually read a statistic right here that I was looking at before, okay? 48% of consultants never follow up with a prospect. 25% make a second contact and then stop. 12% make 3 contacts and then stop, like 3 contacts with that person. And then 10% make more than 3 contacts and stop. And then for buyers, 2% of sales are made after the first contact, 3% of sales are made after the second contact, 5% of sales are made after the third, 10% of sales are made after the fourth, and 80% of your sales, or this is statistically, are made after the 5th through 12th contact, like the 5th through 12th follow-up with somebody. Okay. You know how many times I go to follow up with someone and they're like, no, I don't feel like now, or no, now's not a good time, or whether it's buying, hosting, or joining, whatever it is. All of a sudden, I follow up with them that one time, and guess what? They want to join my team, or they want to place an order, or they want to host a party, because I decided to ask them. Maybe the special was right, or maybe they were just in the right mood. You know, sometimes you catch people at bad timing. I literally once had a customer, like her order, this doesn't even have to do with follow-up, but like I had a customer, her order, I placed it late because of my squirrelness, whatever. And it was taking forever to come in. It was during the holidays. And I remember she texted me and she was like, 3 weeks for an order? I don't get it. Da, 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 da. Like, it was crazy, right? Like, we all deal with people like that from time to time. And it is what it is. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And of course I hooked her up afterwards. I gave her, you know, goodies. But she came to me afterwards. After I got her ordered, she goes, I just want to apologize to you because I was in such a bad mood. When I talked to you that day, she goes, I got into arguing with my husband, and she's like, I totally didn't mean to blow up on you like that. It really wasn't even a big deal, so I'm sorry. Like, she actually apologized to me. And so anyway, my point to that is that sometimes we go to follow up with people and they could just be in a bad mood and they're like, yeah, no, I don't feel like hearing this right now, or I'm going to ignore this, whatever. So, you know, go to follow up more. It doesn't just have to be one time. So if you followed up with those people, you didn't get a response, right? Or maybe you had someone who said, you know, I'm thinking about it or whatever, go ahead and follow up with them now, because when you did the catalogs and testers to get orders or parties or whatever, that was like a week or so ago. It's okay by this point for you to check in and be like, hey girl, listen, I know we chatted, you know, a couple weeks ago. I'm not sure if you're still interested or not, but I wanted to let you know that I'm running a special. And this is the thing, you guys, like I said, I tend to book parties through personal specials. That's just me. But you can do whatever works for you. You could even offer the regular free and half off Scentsy that we have. But I would say, you know, hey girl, just checking in. Wanted to let you know I'm running a special throughout the month of March. I'm giving away a free warmer to anybody who hosts with me a fun Scentsy party next month. Let me know what you think, and I can give you some available dates, right? With my front-loaded calendar, which I talked about the other day. So, you know, just things like that. So follow up with people even though they said no, or even if they didn't respond.
Guys, they very rarely, very, very rarely will say yes the first time you ask, FYI.
Mm-hmm.
So please get comfortable with hearing the word no. The more times you hear the word no, that means you're asking people. That means you're actually in like, I'm trying to think of the word. It means that you're actually implementing action into your business, and you're hearing the word no. But then the next step is to follow up. You can't just stop after that. It's following up is a part of this business. Okay. Mm-hmm. So our hour's about up. Does anybody have any quick questions before we cut this?
Questions or comments or anything about income producing activities, follow up, sponsoring conversations, all that stuff? Space now or forever hold your peace.
All right.
All right, cool. So I guess we covered everything then. Awesome, you guys. So cool. All right, so we're gonna get into this. Is gonna be our second week through the program, even though it's technically a third week. And we have some challenges and stuff coming for you this week too that we're excited about. So we will see you guys next week. Well, we'll
Good job, you guys. We're seeing lots of progress.
Yes, you guys. And that's another thing too. Give yourselves a round of applause.
Really good job, you guys. Honestly,
you're doing awesome.
You guys are, and you know that you are. Like, I have reached out to some of you, and you guys have turned a big corner. Mm-hmm. So I really I congratulate you guys. Yeah, you guys can do a lot with this.
Yes, that, and also not to continue going off on a tangent, but I know it's easy to be like, oh, I'm not getting any parties booked, or the people that I'm reaching out to are not responding, or whatever. Don't focus on the negative. Focus on what's happening already. You guys have been rocking this, okay? You've been reaching out to people. You've been putting those posts on social media. You've been, putting together your opportunity package. You've got your dream team list going. Celebrate the little milestones along the way. And I promise you, yes, exactly. Because if you focus on the, oh, no, nobody's doing this, then that's going to be more detrimental.
Drag you down. Mm-hmm. It'll drag you down. Remember, I posted the other day about mindset, right? It's about your mindset. I can't do it, I won't do it, or I'm just going to keep trying until I get that yes. I'm just going to keep following up until they place an order. I'm just going to keep asking until somebody joins my team. Or, nobody's saying yes. You guys, you can do it. You guys have come you have no idea. There's people that are in this business for a very long time that haven't moved as much as some of you have in just this short amount of time. Yes. You guys are doing a phenomenal job. Celebrate every little victory and let that be the wind in your sails to keep pushing forward, to do bigger and braver things along the way, okay? All right.
Yes, awesome. Bosses out. See you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.